What's up, YouTube? My name is Uncle Smokey, and this is Uncle Smokey Stock Trades. And before I start this video, I would like to say, I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. So please take what I say with a grain of salt, and do your own DD.
We're back! Yes, we are absolutely back. Guys, this is absolutely amazing. We had a great day. Today we're going to talk about ticker symbol MMAT, Meta Materials Inc. We're going to break down the TA. We're going to look at the option chain. We're going to go through both Ortex and Fintel. We're going to look at this brand new filing we got out. And of course, we're going to look at all of the freaking news that we've got in the metaverse today. And yeah, that's right. I said metaverse because that's what we are. We own it. We are the metaverse. We are Meta. We are the first. We are the last. So let's go ahead and talk about the day. Today we opened up the day at $4.75. We hit a high of $5.02 right out of the gate. We hit a low of $4.45, again, right out of the gate. And we closed the day out at $4.70, finishing up 3% on the day on about 17.1 million in volume. So let's go ahead and break all of this down. So today we did see this little bit of run up. Now this was more than likely a flash blast. Everybody saw this major run up in the after hours, and unfortunately there's a lot of places that can't trade until the first thing in the morning. And if they had set any buys, if it were to correct, that's more than likely what this was. All right, this was a bunch of automatic buy-ins, maybe some hedge funds pulling some tricks, and then a major short attack. That $5 level showed up as an extreme level of resistance, as we knew it would, and it shoved it all the way back down to $4.45. The shorts really took over in this moment, but we absolutely rebounded, bouncing completely off of $5.45. And why I don't have a line there, I do not know, but we're going to put one there right now. There it is. There. All right, so we bounced off of $5.45 and corrected. We traded right up here to the $5.55, $5.60 channel for a short amount of time before dipping right back down to that $5.45 level. Now, we did consolidate there for a short amount of time, call it 45 minutes or so, and then boom, there we went. We mounted the, again, $5.55 level, coming across for a small amount of consolidation, and then coming up here to try and attempt that $4.75, $4.76 mark. Looks like $4.70 kind of pushed it down. Consolidating again, and then boom, right back up there again, making basically this level another minor level of resistance. Looking like we really want to try and get to that sterling market. I believe if we can get back above this level in a normal time frame, in the normal hours of the day, we could definitely see a big run that would hold and stick. Now, with that being said, I do want to talk about what happened in the after hours. So yesterday, we did have a major run up. So Facebook came out with a thing saying that they were going to be changing their name to Meta. And as we know, we are Meta. So absolutely, this did take a coattail run. It grabbed a hold of the coattails of Facebook's news, grabbed it, and boom, shot north. And of course, like I've said many times over, first and foremost, we always take aftermarket with a grain of salt. Secondly, anytime you have a parabolic run up, you're going to have a parabolic move down. It absolutely has got to gap fill that. So it did. It brought it all the way back down and gap filled to that 476 mark where it traded and consolidated basically the rest of the pre-market. Now, with that being said, you'll notice that in the very beginning of the day, it finished it off. But again, like I said, we rebounded, so nothing to worry about there, finishing positive on the day. I'm very happy with what happened today. Let's go ahead and extend this out to a longer time frame. RSI is looking like it's neutral. Let's toss up another indicator there. The MACD disappeared on us. All right, so here we go on our MACD. Now, this is the 1 hour time frame. Looks like the histogram is shrinking. It's getting very small. Looks like we're going to turn green pretty quick. And the MACD line's getting ready to cross over that signal line. They are dead level converging. So it looks like it's a pretty good moment there. Looking like maybe tomorrow we might see a little bit more, or I'm sorry, Monday we might see a little bit more green action. Wow, I thought it was Thursday for a second. All right, let's go out to the 1 day chart. Let's get rid of these lines so we can see something. And there we are. So RSI's hooking up. We are currently sitting at 45, which is super neutral. Let's zoom in. MACD and signal line have come together again. They're now running alongside of each other, very close. Looks like the MACD might be trying to hook up, and our histogram bars are getting smaller. Looking for a green one coming up here pretty quick. Also, you'll notice that the 50-day MA has hooked over the 200-day MA. We have this little, we'll call it a, not so much a doji, but I guess it's an indecision candle. The reason why it's red is we ended red. We had a red candle the very last tick of the day. So it's basically saying it was a bear day, even though we did finish green. So we had a down and an up, and it was basically equal both ways. That's why it looks the way it does. Now, what we do want to see happen is, since we're so close to that 200-day MA, we want to see this thing remount the 200. We want to get back above that 200-day MA. Anytime we're above the 200, we tend to have these really nice bull runs, right? Get above the 200 and we go. All right, let's go ahead and move on into the options chain. So here we are at the options chain, and it just like the rest of the day. Oh, the last thing I forgot to tell you guys. Our volume, it was absolutely outstanding. And this is why I remembered it's because our option chain was so big. We had 17 million in volume today. That is absolutely outstanding. We haven't seen that kind of volume in freaking weeks, guys. Absolutely weeks. It explains the major run-up that we had today. I mean, I guess it wasn't major, but it was major. So yeah, for us, 3% after we've seen negatives every day for the last 2 weeks or so. Today we had 25,200 calls, 1,700 puts. We're going to call that 95% calls, 5% puts, just to be generous. Crazy day. And again, I still can't see a day where we've had more puts than we have had calls. We've had a pretty low day on calls. We've had crazy low days on calls. But it's always been very, very bullish. So again, another bullish day as far as the call and puts, the options chain. And you'll notice right down here, look at the open interest at the $6 and the $7, $5, $6, and $7 strikes. Very high. In fact, these two rose exponentially today. Our implied volatility is sitting at 140%. That's all we need to talk about. Oh, the sizzle, it's moved up, 1.222. You know what? I don't think I've ever covered this. I'm going to do a video on what sizzle and all that stuff is. It's not going to happen today. It takes too much time. We're going to try and blow through this video, right? Right. Here's the options, or the Ortex. So here we are at Ortex, 82.63% utilization. The cost to borrow is sitting at 4.58%, and the days to cover is 2.31 days. Shares on loan is currently 36.26 million, which is 26.28% of the free float. Now, recently, we've seen that the free float percentages have changed because we've had some recent people come in and scoop up a whole large number of shares. Mr. Welsh and Mrs. Lambert did recently get those MMAT shares from their MMAX stuff, and that changed the free float. So that's great for us and bad for the hedgies. Now, even though they've been trying to return shares, not so much covering, but returning shares, and yes, there has been some coverage, but they're returning more than they're covering. Because of that, you're seeing this number change. Now, we'll talk about the whole returning and covering thing. All right, so if you look over here, it does say that that was a negative 1%. Basically flat on the day. They borrowed $2.35 million. They returned $2.73 million. Now, the short interest, the estimated short interest, that keeps dropping, which means they are returning roughly 1 million shares almost every single day. And also, we got to keep this in mind. That does not necessarily mean that it is 1 million shares that they're returning and just returning. They're also borrowing more shares back and shorting it again. So this number is going down, but expect for when it is an accurate data number, it to change drastically up because they're still shorting the stock, if that makes any sense. This gets updated every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, this gets updated to an accurate number. This is estimated, guys. This number and this number, both estimated. This is not what it really is. It's just a gauge. It's not factoring all the current short positions, failures to delivers, anything like that. It does not factor those things in all the time because it's not coming from every exchange. Maybe that made better sense. I think it did. Okay. Excuse me. So, current estimated short interest is 17.83 million, and that is call it 13% of the free float. And the average number of days on loan is currently sitting at 24.23 days, showing that they're not returning those really long positions. Those positions from all the way back when the merger first began, when this thing was trading up there at the $11.50 range, which actually turned into like $21 and some change. All right, let's move on to Fintel. Fintel is showing the short squeeze scores are currently 74.21 out of 100. They are showing 3.45 days to cover. You'll notice that Fintel and Ortex are slightly off. I'm thinking Fintel actually gets a little bit better data. In my honest opinion, I think their data is a little bit better, a little bit more accurate, and that's kind of why I focus on it a little bit more. They have a lot more stuff to go over. So, currently showing their short shares available from a leading prime brokers. This is just one, not all of them. That's why we can still only use this as a gauge. Is about 250,000 shares. Again, showing that the Ortex number may not necessarily be right because Fintel is showing that there's a limited number of shares available. That's not a lot when you're talking 280 million shares. Even call it 116 million shares of the free float. Their short borrow fee rate showing 2.64%. And here's your FINRA data. Wow, did that step up a bit? Kind of figured it would have, considering they shorted the shit out of the stock, coming all the way from that $5.70 mark cent where we were at last night. I think maybe ended at 5.30 something. I can't remember. Anyway, they had to short it to get it back down, showing that there was 55% of the dark pool volume was short volume. Now, let's see if we've got any updates here. We'll hit refresh, go across the board. Nothing. So we don't have our CBOE. We have our PSX and BX short volume. So I would expect for the combined short volume to be right at that 59 to 60% mark. Let's scroll down here. Looks like as of yesterday, we're at 15.58% short interest of the free float. So again, showing that Ortex is slightly off. Next thing we want to look at is our new owners, and boy, did we get a lot of them. Starting all the way down here at Goldman Sachs, guys. All right, so Goldman Sachs, 4,114, brand new position. We've got Amalatagata Bank. I don't know, I probably said that wrong, but everybody else will get a kick out of it. 37,973 positions. This is not a new position. This is a 13F, so this is different. But it's still showing their positions at a dollar cost average of 661. DWAS, right here, small cap momentum ETF, 200,000 shares. I mean, we can go all through this each one. But here is, where is it? Vanguard. New positions. So again, Vanguard has been holding with us for a while, but they have different ETFs, index funds, things like that. And they've added some onto those. These will go into their other positions when you'll find the Vanguard's largest position. That would be their total holdings. All right. Oh, yeah, this one. Okay, so the 14A. This is no big deal, guys. This is just the yearly vote. It's, what do we got here? Elect 7 directors: Ram, George, Maurice, Allison, Scene, Eric, Ken, for a 1-year term to expire at 2022. Vote yes. That's mine, not your. This is what I'm doing. To ratify the appointment of KPMG LLP as our independent registered public accountant. I'll vote yes. And to approve the 2021 equity incentive plan utilizing the 3,500 shares reserved and unissued from the 2015 stock option grant plan, and the 6.5 million shares reserved unissued from the 2018 stock option grant plan, for a grand total of, call it, 10 million shares, to the equity incentive plan at 34,900 and whatever shares. So, if you remember correctly, back on this date, August 25th, we had the right here, amended and restated stock option plan for Meta. It's basically just that. We're amending, restating, trying to extend, add shares to it, things like that. Nothing, absolutely nothing to worry about. And again, I will be voting yes. So you'll be getting this in the email, just like the for the merger. You get an email, and you'll place your vote, or your brokerage will give you the mail, I should say. You'll place your vote and it'll go in. Also, it does state down in here that you can vote in person if you're at the meeting, during the meeting, and I don't know if any of you guys will be at the meeting. That would be cool if I could go to the meeting. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask while I'm at AWE. I don't know. let's see here. I'm not going to cover any more of that right now. I'll be willing to bet Sterling has probably done a pretty good job on this. And I told you about that already. Okay. Here comes the fun, guys. So, Metaverse, Meta, Facebook. Okay. Is there a correlation? As of now, no, we can't say that there is. We can't say 100% without a shadow of a doubt that Facebook and Meta are teamed up yet. We can't yet. Remember, keyword, yet. Y-E-T, yet, keyword. But, as we know, I have been talking about the lot network for a very long time, and I touch on it every now and then. Guess who's in the lot network, guys? Let's go all the way to the bottom. Nah. Oh, I went too far. Jeez. Where is it at? Facebook. Facebook's in the lot network, guys. Covestro's in the lot network, guys. Metamaterials Inc.'s in the lot network, guys. Facebook's in the lot network, guys. The lot network is a blockchain that allows for all of these companies to be tossed into this big blockchain, and other companies. Hey, Electronic Arts Inc. is in this blockchain, guys, and it allows all these companies to see each other's stuff, their patents and things, and lets them do inner workings. They do stuff on the inside of this network, out of the sight of other people, but they do it legitimately because they can see the patent, but they can't take the patent. They can see the ideas, but they can't take the ideas. And it basically just gives them a way for all of these businesses to interlink, to find each other. And I think that's what's happened. Facebook's in the lot network, guys. Metamaterials Inc.'s in the lot network, guys. Covestro's in the lot network, guys. Let's see here. Who did I just have? Epic Games. Epic Games is in the lot network, guys. Didn't I just have EA Sports up here or something like that? I know it was another gaming one. Anyway, does it even matter? I'm showing you guys that these companies are in the lot network. I've been talking about this for freaking months, and it's all coming true. It's all coming to fruition. Now, I will also say, yes, I got this idea from Chunk, from James Vincent, from the other Dr. Chin, whatever his name was. And I have always given him full credit for leading me to this. But again, I have always done my DD on this. And again, I'm showing you that here's more. They're in the lot network, guys. Everybody's in the lot network, guys. The lot network is the key. That is the key to all of this. You're going to find all of your partnerships are going to be coming out of this lot network. At least the vast majority of them will. VTech Holdings, VTech. This is a children's gaming company. Let's see here. I'm sure there's bajillions of them, and I could probably sit here and do this all night. AWE is going to have a lot of these companies there. They will have a lot of these companies right there. Ugh, mind blown. Absolutely mind freaking blown. Just letting you know, I have figured out that they are in here, and there's absolutely the ability for there to be a total 100% connection. This is the very good reason why that the Meta and the Metaverse and Facebook Meta and all of these are all interlinked. I know I sound really excited because I am. I've been all over this for months, just showing that the lot network is doing what I said it was going to do. It's been doing it. And it's coming up over and over and over again. The lot network is the key. All right, so AR Fusion. George has been talking a hell of a lot about this lately. These are those glasses that he's been making. And I'll be willing to bet that this is what they're talking about with that whole Facebook Meta thing, with the whole metaverse. I don't have all the cool clips and stuff because, you know, I work all day. Anyway, I saw it on the video when Zuckerberg had his video up, but they just put the glasses on and boom, you're in the metaverse. You've got holograms over here. You got fake robot-y things over here, avatars, whatever they are. Go watch the movie Ready Player One. Go watch the movie Gamer. Those two movies depict what the metaverse is 100% very well. So yeah, this is what we're going to be talking about with this whole metaverse stuff. Now, with that being said, here's George on Twitter. He's been tossing out all kinds of stuff. Sign up for November 1st. If you click on this, it's going to take you to the AWE sign up. Now, I do know Sterling will be live for this. He's going to be covering this, so if anybody can't happen to watch this, plug into Sterling's Live. Put your earbud in if you're at work so you can listen to him and keep working. You're going to hear all the good information. Sterling's really good at explaining stuff after the video's over. So, yeah, make sure you're there. And, of course, as I've said many times over, I will be at the AWE conference in California, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Probably only going to be there for the 10th and the 11th, but I'll be there on the 9th. Anyway. Oh, and here is that AWE. You can actually, if you go to George's page, you can find it very easily. If you select this bit.ly, it'll take you right in to register. I'm registered. I'll be listening to it live as well. And that's all I want to talk about with that. We already covered George's tweet last night. This is his tweet welcoming Facebook in. Boom. George on Stock Twits. So he actually posted this at 6 o'clock. This is going out to all of the Metaverse friends. I'm sorry, this one was posted yesterday. This one goes out to all our Metaverse friends. He posted The Police, Every Breath You Take. And if you've never heard this song, Every Breath You Take, Every Move You Make, I'll be watching you. That's right, guys. The creator of the Metaverse, the guy himself, George Pallikaris, is going to be watching you. So I don't know if that's going out to Facebook or not. But yeah. Keep your eyes, or he's keeping his eyes peeled. He's like the Santa Claus of Meta. All right, now, Meta in the news. So there was a reporter on earlier today. I was actually peeping on it on CNBC, and I heard her say it. Meta had, cheeky George, Metaverse, or Metamaterials has nothing to do with the Metaverse or whatever it was. And I laughed. So immediately I Googled Metamaterials Inc. Metaverse. And in the last 24 hours... there's one, Canadian firm Metamaterials shares spike over 25% amid Facebook rebranding as Meta. 2, close that stupid thing. Metamaterials stock soared after Facebook changes name. 3, this is Barron's. This Metaverse ETF is hot after Facebook changed its name to Meta. Here's another one. Confusion sparks Metamaterials spike after Facebook changes name. Market Watch, confusion or meme play. Metamaterial stock soars. I hate you. Meta's shares spike, but it's a Canadian materials company, not the rebranded Facebook. I showed you a ton of them. Meta is crazy in the news. I don't care if it's part of Facebook or not. We got all kinds of media attention today. It's no wonder why we just soared. No wonder why at all. And with that being said, that's what I've got for you today, guys. Like, subscribe. Make sure you're sharing my videos with all your friends and family. Put them out on all the different platforms. Facebook, of course, Facebook, right? Twitter, Stock Twits, Telegram, all of those crazy ones. Just make sure it gets out there. Also, make sure you're commenting for the algorithms. That's very important. The more you comment, the more you like the video, the more it gets out there, the more people see it, the more investors will have come in because they see Sterling and me talking about this metaverse like crazy. They hear us talking about Meta like crazy. And once they start doing a little bit of research, they'll know that they're getting into a great stock. With that being said, that's all I got. Peace.